What's up, guys? It's Mr. Storkin, and I have somehow found a glitch. Ooh. Try again. So, welcome to my Hobbit expectation. The reason why I'm reading this song up is because I have to speak about the Hobbit, and I'd rather talk about why the Hobbit didn't work for me. I'm gonna turn this down. So, I was wrong about the elves. They weren't going to focus too much on the elves. The elves was too short. And Mirkwood was too short. And, may I say, too short. They focused too much on Bard. And the reason I'm upset is because I don't think Bard's an interesting character. That's just my honest opinion. I don't find Bard isn't the greatest Lord of the Rings character. To me, Bilbo is. And I know you're going to be like, Bilbo's terrible. Frodo's worse than that, dude. But I mean, come on. I don't like Bard. Bilbo's my favorite. Frodo's just a wimp. He just hiked across the country. So, anywho. So, they focus too much on Bard about his family and how terrible the city is and stuff like that. As Gandalf and Radagast try to figure out stuff about the Necromancer. And apparently, they stopped the Zog, who's actually hunting the dwarves now. And apparently, Bjorn is also being hunted for game. No. For game. It's just El Tonto. The reason why I'm finding this really a stupid move for Peter Jackson to do is because it has nothing to impress with the story. As much as I love The Hobbit, it was a great book. They ruined it. They introduced Legolas, and I'm not a big fan of. And this is why they introduced Legolas and Thranduil. Apparently, one of the dwarves gets hit, and he's gonna die because it was poisoned by orcs. And apparently, he gets saved. But that dwarf eventually dies. So, spoiler, I guess. If you haven't read the book. It's fair game if you have not read the book. But the point is they were in the beginning with talking about Bree. And they had the prancing pony. That was just stupid. And they had the Peter Jackson cameo. And that was just, to me, it was a very stupid move. I don't want. And then they were talking about how important the burglar is, and you can tell that Thorin is going to agree because he doesn't trust Bard, and then Bard helps them, and then because apparently the council agreed, and he gives the fish to everyone for free, and then the fat one moves really fast. There's a Gimli reference which I loved. They capture it and they get all their weapons stolen, but they don't get their weapons back. Hey, Peter Jackson. So yeah, they never get their weapons back, and that's what bothers me. I know you're gonna be like, what else is supposed to bother? Oh, don't get me started. I knew Peter Jackson. He casted some of these actors really well. For example, I'm a huge fan of Benedict, whatever his name is, the guy who voices Smaug. He did a good job. I actually believed he could pull it off. But I liked how Smaug kind of gloated. It was like all proud of him, like he was like all of it. So the reason, some of the things that they didn't do, they made Smaug animation was excellent. Oh, they also had this scene, which I thought was kind of stupid, and they showed that people were after to kill him. That's what I didn't like. I didn't like the Elf Queen. I didn't like Thranduil. He was kind of selfish. There was no character development for Legolas. He was just a snooty old brat. I believe. Well, they ended this one really good. They showed Smaug escaping and attacking the lake town, and that was a good idea. My theories were not necessarily true. They ruined Bjorn, which is kind of disappointing. They did okay with the spiders. They kind of matched the book. But they didn't have the water. That's the part I loved, because the water has nothing to do with it. And somehow Gandalf went away, and the Necromancer actually tried to bring back Sauron back to life. Oh wait, is no other than Sauron. I'm supposed to play as Hobbit character, so... But since Sauron is in it, I play as Sauron. Oh, he's gonna beat me to a pulp. Even the bearded lady is coming. Ugh. Apparently Del Gore, I believe that's how you pronounce it, is in this movie. And then Gandalf's in a prison for some stupid reason. It's just dumb. So, and then they're still going to the mountain. They deal with a whole bunch of problems. And I just find it muy tonto. reason why is they don't show he's in prison, and apparently their goal is to spread darkness. So then they march their way, and then Legolas follows one of the orcs after Philly's saved, but I think he actually dies, and it's turned out that he's actually, and he gets shot. He hits the moves on her. She's actually liking it. The problem is, The Hobbit was a good film. I just don't like where it was going. My speculations was incorrect. Apparently, 42 frames per second doesn't help me. It was too intense. Some of the scenes made no stupid sense. And you're like, why are you switching to Lord of the Rings characters? I have to get this, sorry. So, my point is, I just thought it was kind of dumb. I mean, they focused too much on characters that weren't even in the book. They ruined Thorin. They burnt the Elf King's face. Gosh, that thing was terrifying. And then, like, he was so selfish, he was only going to protect his kingdom. And, gosh. I know they're part of the next world, but Bard is the douchebag. They don't have much to work with, I say, in the next Hobbit movie. It should have ended with him finding out the scale. Apparently, you know the Black Arrow? It is not like a simple weapon you can... It's not... Sorry. It's not a simple... How shall we say it? It is not a simple thing. It's not a really good idea to introduce characters from Lord of the Rings, because this is not Lord of the Rings. It is The Hobbit. The Hobbit. That's my problem with it. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, that's kind of fun. I'm like nitpicking, but I have the right to nitpick because I'm a loyal customer. I bought it. I just have the right to say what I want about it. I can say what I want about a movie that I paid to see. It was better than the first one, which is not saying a lot. It's not the best movie of 2013. It's right in there. It isn't Frozen good. It's best of its series so far. Smaug, great animation. But it didn't take away the charm. Apparently the scale pop-up, it's not his armor. I did love how they did make the reference to the book about, like, the scales are, like... It was really well written, in my opinion. It was great. But I didn't care for Gandalf and the change. And he got attacked by a Zog, and there was Nerork. Blog. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I remember seeing its name. Behold, Mount Doom. Well, that's gonna end this little part. My assumptions were incorrect. Some of them were. But they ruined Bard. They should have... Bard. They weren't hunting him for skin. I remember especially in the book that they went one by one. It said they were being chased by him. No, my little sheepy. My whammy whammy. Anywho, the problem with it for me was that it didn't follow the book. Peter Jackson, you ruined it. I mean, even, I know you're gonna complain, well, her part of the same thing. It skipped some of the parts. It didn't make complete stories up. I did not care for the orcs hunting, and I don't know how good the next film's gonna be. I'm concerned. Maybe it'll be the best, but they have such little to work with. So if you like this video, comment and subscribe, I guess, for my Hobbit lore. I know so much about the Hobbit book. I swear to cow. I could maybe make a whole video on everything wrong with the Hobbit, but I don't have that kind of time. Oh, that's the problem. Oh yeah, I can change the Glowing because he's a... Okay, and also it showed for Bilbo's greed for the ring because he killed an innocent spider. or this shrew thing. That was un-Bilbo-like. Some reasons why I didn't like it. So that's gonna conclude this part. I'm sorry I kind of dragged it on, but the point is, Peter Jackson, don't go with your own plot. Don't screw up the last one, and we beg of you, do not screw up the last one. We'll tell my review. It's just gonna be kind of a voiceover of this because I just don't want to be lazy, I guess. So until then, like, comment, and subscribe, and Pokemon coming up this week. So all my theories were confirmed or declined. I'm so looking forward for the last one. The trailers for the next movies were kind of okay. Spider-Man show, which I was kind of amazed by. Well, not because it's the Amazing Spider-Man, because it's not DC. I found it cool. I found the Vulture reference, which I saw in, which I commented. Until then, guys, don't forget to like, commento, and subscribe-o. Until then, let it go. Can't hold it. This is not the best film of the year. Frozen's still the best. Have a great year, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this content, and hope for the review for tomorrow's 12 reviews of Christmas. It'll just be kind of a voiceover of this. Till then, guys, live long and prosper.